Nougat, nougat, nougat. What's going on, guys? Alex is New Tech. How you doing? I got my OnePlus 3 back out of the drawer, and I've been using it the past 2 weeks as my daily driver because OnePlus officially delivered the newest version of Oxygen OS, and they upgraded it to Android 7.0 Nougat. Yes, we are finally running Nougat on the OnePlus 3. So is this better now? What does it change? We'll talk about it. This is 1 week with Android Nougat on the OnePlus 3. So the first thing we should do, of course, is to check to confirm that we are indeed running Android Nougat 7.0. So we'll go to the settings, scroll all the way down to About Phone. As you can see, we are running Oxygen OS 4.0.1 with right there, Android 7.0. Right there with that big N. We actually didn't do the cat thing yet, so we unlocked the cat thing. But yeah, we have Android 7.0 Nougat. Let's go over some of the changes really quickly. Standard changes, of course. Let's go back to the settings. The settings, you got a little bit of a... Well, okay, so the OnePlus 3 is very, very clean. This is very stock Android, like Oxygen OS. That's one thing I really like about Oxygen OS. It's very, very stock Android. So if you swipe over, we have the new settings menu, just like on all the other 7.0 phones. So we can double tap to switch between the last two open tabs. So I have my Chrome and I double tap the recent apps and it switches over to my Reddit app. And you can also hold down on it to start the split screen mode. And that is one thing that Android 7.0 is known for. And that was one of the big features that people were really excited about, that native Android split screen support. And so we have that here. If you hold on to it, it'll cancel it out and go back to the main screen, single screen. So one of the additions that I've noticed on the OnePlus 3 that I guess could be beneficial is, this is also on the Pixel actually, DPI scaling. So if you ever thought that if you ever thought that the text was too small, well, now you can actually increase it to the size you want. I actually kind of like it on default. Some people like it's bigger. Like Lita actually really likes her text full size like that on large when she's using the Pixel. But yeah, you can do that now, and you can actually completely change it the way you want it to. And I've also noticed as well that there is a little bit of the Pixel references on this phone. As in, you see that Do Not Disturb is on right now because I'm filming the video. It's a little blue highlighted tab. Also, I don't have any notifications right now, but you do have the quick responses now, just like on all the other Android Nougat phones. And it has a blue tab here, and then you can actually type in and respond with that blue tab up there. So a lot of Google stock Android. Is it even stock anymore? Is the Pixel launcher even stock anymore? There's a lot of like Pixel-esque things on this update, which is pretty neat. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if the launcher itself is any different than what it used to be. But I did notice that there's this new app, a kind of bloatware app that was installed on here that I 100% sure wasn't here before, and that is Community. So if you click on this Community app, this is basically like a forum section for OnePlus. It's like, hey, how do you do? How can I help you? And people are either talking about issues they have, and you can discuss. It's kind of like Reddit, except it's only showing you the OnePlus threads. So hey, that kind of helps, because if you have any issues, some people have run into issues on this phone with the update. I personally have not, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. But right now, this is pretty interesting. I've actually read through some of these threads, and some people are really into the new updates. Some people are really not into it. So this video is going to be about my experience with it. All right, moving on to battery life. Battery life has actually been pretty darn good since upgrading to Android Nougat. Not that it was bad in the first place with the Marshmallow on launch. It was actually pretty good. I got average numbers testing this in the summer for a good 2 months. My daily driver phone, of course. This was my daily driver for a long time. And I actually had pretty good numbers in the summer. I got about 3.5 hours of screen on time, about 10 to 12 hours on a day, which is actually really good. That's actually, well, okay, not really good. That's average. That's really, really solid average numbers. Right now, though, I have to tell you, I'm actually getting better numbers than I did in the summertime. That's with about 4.5 hours of screen on time average. And I get about 12 to 13 hours on a day. So there is a bump up in the battery department, which I am actually very, very happy about. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with the battery. I'm not as ecstatic as I probably should be because I have been using other phones with better battery life and more consistency, giving me better numbers, like the Honor 8. But I'm just nitpicking right now. The battery actually got better and not worse. So I'm actually really happy with that. I think Doze on the Go has improved and it actually works. It actually looks like it's working here. Also performance. I have not had much issues here. We're getting some pretty good performance here. Everything is really smooth and fast. And I know some people have gotten touch latency issues. I have not had any of those problems yet, at least nothing too glaring where it has affected my usage of the phone. So, yeah, I think performance is on par, if not better than what it was in the summer with Android Marshmallow. So I'm actually really happy to report to you guys that, at least from my experience right now with the Android Nougat update, it's just more of the same. It was, in the summer, this was a very solid, smooth, great phone. It was one of the best phones I have used in 2016. And at the end of the year, I still told people that. I still said the OnePlus 3 was probably one of the best performing phones I've used in 2016. That's including the iPhones and the Pixel and stuff like that. And right now, it's more the same. I actually am really enjoying the phone, the camera, everything. I haven't noticed anything being better than it was before, except for the battery life. Battery life was just a little bit better. Everything else, performance-wise, camera performance, it's just more of the same. I haven't had any issues with anything. It just seems like everything is just exactly as I left it, with just minor improvements like this Android Nougat update where it gives you the recent apps and the switching between the two. Stuff like that, in of course, the dual screen. That's the major update to this Android Nougat. So, yeah, it's just more of the same, and that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Let me know what your experiences are with the OnePlus 3 on the new Oxygen update with Nougat on it. And are you getting better performance, worse performance? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.
If you liked the video, be sure to comment, subscribe, and like. If you didn't like the video, well, you should still subscribe because I'm 100% sure that you're gonna like the content that we produce in the future. Until next time, bye!